Hi there Star Wars collectors and welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video, and in today's video I'm going to be going through all of the vintage collection reveals from Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025. Now I didn't stay up for the panel as it started at 3 AM UK time, so I will be offering you my initial thoughts and observations without hearing any of the news about parts and reuse and things like that. But I do have the high-res images to take a look at, so we can look at those in detail. And of course, we do now know the all-important pre-order information. So if you do want to enjoy the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and also let me know your thoughts in the comments as we go. Alright then, with all that being said, let's get into this. Okay then, so I'm not too sure what order they revealed things in, but I'm going to be starting with the Bantha and Tusken Raider 2-pack. Now of course this has been released as part of the Return to Tatooine beat and has subsequently been added to that poster that they put out. And my initial thoughts is that it looks great and is quite easily the best Bantha that we've had so far in the 3.75 inch line. Now I was wondering how they would go about the fur on this Bantha, and it does seem that they have swayed more towards the puff ball style that the Power of the Force version had, rather than that knotted fur look from the 30th anniversary Crackhead version. Now I believe it was mentioned that this Bantha is an all new sculpt and has been specifically designed to replicate the Banthas we see in Star Wars A New Hope, which of course does fit in with the whole Return to Tatooine theme. Now that included the colour of the fur and all of the pouches etc. on the saddle, and the saddle itself is removable and clips together underneath the belly. The paint apps look great on this Bantha, with lots of nice weathering on the horns, mouth and teeth, and in terms of articulation, apparently it has a swivel neck, it has articulation on the legs, on the ankles, and even on the tail as well, which is pretty good. And all in all, I just think it looks a pretty decent Bantha, and it's going to look excellent in our displays. Now the Tusken Raider that is included doesn't look to have any new parts as far as I'm aware. They did mention that he does have barbell hips, but that isn't really anything new because the Tusken Raiders that we got in that Army Builder 4-pack also had barbell hips. I believe they used the legs from the new Obi-Wan figure from the Obi-Wan series, so obviously that figure had the barbell hips. Of course it does need the barbell hips to be able to sit on top of the Bantha, so of course they had to change that. But apart from that, the rest of the figure looks pretty much reused from the previous Tuskens that we've had in the line. But in my opinion, that Tusken was always pretty good, except for maybe the wrists. The wrists could have been updated. Doesn't look like they've done that on this figure. Loving the card back for this one, a really great film out of the Tusken and the Bantha on there, and the Tusken Raider figure will be VC 380 in the line. And as for the packaging of the actual set, well, what can I say? I think they've done an incredible job with the artwork, creating a mini diorama, just making it look so Kenner-esque. Chef's kiss on this one for sure. The Bantha is a Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney exclusive and will be available to pre-order today, April 18th at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, which is 8 PM British Summer Time. Next up we have Crosshair from the Bad Batch. That's right, we are finally getting another member of Clone Force 99 in the vintage collection. Now Crosshair was definitely the best thing about the Bad Batch series, so I'm personally pleased that they've chosen him to be the next figure that they've released from the series. And he doesn't disappoint. And even though there seems to be some reuse from the Hunter figure, which is completely understandable, there is also a fair bit of new too. To me, it looks like they are reusing Hunter's legs, but parts of the torso are new, also the shoulder pads, and of course his belt and backpack loadout, so that he can carry his sniper rifle. The belt also includes a working holster for his blaster, which is something that the Hunter figure was most definitely missing. The sniper rifle comes in 2 parts and can be stored in his backpack just like he does in the show. But for me, the best thing about Crosshair is that the head and helmet are interchangeable. I always felt that Hunter's bucket was a little oversized, but with the swappable head, we don't have this problem at all with Crosshair. The head sculpt itself looks really good, as you would expect for a new figure in 2025. He has a real stern look on his face, just like he does in the show, and of course the crosshair tattoo going over his right eye. Cardback uses the same colour name pill and panel as the Hunter figure, which I hope they do continue for all of the Bad Batch. I just feel it'll look pretty cool all lined up together on your walls. Crosshair is VC 370 in the line and is a pretty cool release. Moving on to The Mandalorian Season 3, and we have Moff Gideon in his Dark Trooper armour. Now I believe this figure is a 100% newly tooled figure and it looks amazing. However, I do have a nitpick with this one, it has to be said. Would it have really killed them to include a swappable head for Moff Gideon so that we can display him without the helmet on? The included helmet is not removable from what I can see, which has been done to make sure it's in scale, which is a good thing. But like with Crosshair, why not include a swappable head? I just don't feel it would have killed them. My best guess is that because this figure is all new, tooling up a new head would have pushed it too far in terms of production costs. But sometimes I feel they should make up the difference elsewhere. This figure really does need that head in my opinion, and now it just feels a little bit incomplete. Putting that gripe aside, the figure looks great. The sculpt looks fantastic. He's packed in with a staff, electro effect and small blaster, which can be stored in his working holster. The figure also has a soft goods cape, which might be the only reuse here. It does look similar to the cape that was included with Moff Gideon from the rescue set. Card back for Moff utilises a great film out from the end of Season 3, just before he's about to face off with the Mandalorian, so an awesome card back there. A red name pill and panel for this one. Could they really have gone with anything else? No, it has to be red in my opinion for Moff Gideon, and he will be VC 368 in the line. Okay, so moving on to another figure that I believe is an all-new sculpt, but please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, and that is Nightsister Merrin from Jedi Survivor. Now, as someone who hasn't yet played the game, I don't know too much about this character, but I guess she is the main baddie from the video game. I really did enjoy Jedi Fallen Order, so I will definitely get round to playing the sequel and finding out more about Nightsister Merrin, but people who have played the game seem to be pretty happy with this release, and it should be noted that Merrin was revealed for the Black Series on the same panel. I can't comment on the accuracy of the figure, but this is what the official press release has to say. It says this 3.75 inch scale figure includes a posable head, arms and legs, so fans can create dynamic poses for display. Comes with 4 accessories, including a staff, dagger, an alternate hand with magic FX. Now, judging by the card back image, the head sculpt seems to match pretty well and has some pretty decent paint apps as well. She does kind of look like she needs some sun though, right? She's looking a little bit pasty there. Purple name pill for this one. I think the only other figure that's had a purple name pill is Hera from the Ahsoka series, I believe. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. And Nightsister Merrin is VC 367 in the line. Next up, we have Cobb Vanth from the Book of Boba Fett. So this is his Marshal of Freetown look and will go very nicely with our Cad Bane figure that we got, what, last year now I think it was. And I'm sure the fact that we are getting this version of Cobb Vanth comes as no surprise to any of you out there, due to the fact that the Mandalorian version had the removable Boba Fett armor. It was pretty obvious to me that we were going to be getting 2 figures from one, and all they had to do really was give him new lower arms to get rid of those gauntlets. Saying that, I'm pretty sure the figure also had a hole in his back for the jetpack, so maybe they need to somehow fill that in as well. But in the main, it's a lot of reuse, but still a figure that we needed in my opinion. And I really like the card back for this one as well. Perfect film out in my opinion of Cobb Vanth, and this one will be VC 371 in the line. And finally, to round up the reveals from Star Wars Celebration, we have the Rocket Launcher Trooper from Jedi Survivor. A very easy one for them to do, utilising the awesome Stormtrooper mould, which is something they haven't been shy in doing, let's be honest. I believe the only thing that is new here is the rocket launcher accessory, which for anyone who has seen the Andor trailer will know that it can easily be reused for a range trooper release. I even think the pauldron that they've used for this particular trooper is the same version that we had from the Stormtrooper from the Army Builder 4-pack. So not a lot more to say about this one. It's a Stormtrooper with a rocket launcher. Saying that, the card back is pretty nice. Might be the first time that we have seen a Stormtrooper with a yellow name pill. This one will be VC 369 in the line. Now, all 5 of these figures I believe are in the same wave and will be available to pre-order at 3 PM Eastern Standard Time, 8 PM British summertime on April the 18th, which is today. They will be available from all the usual places, including Amazon and Entertainment Earth and Star Action Figures here in the UK. As always, I will be posting links on my socials and also in the description of this video as soon as I have them. Alright, so that's all from Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and channel members for the extra support. If you are not a supporter and wish to do so, links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we shall see you on the next one.